guys, Coach Gaglione here. It's another edition of Chef Boyardee's Kitchen, and today we're cooking my favorite. Shrimp's got a pretty neutral flavor, so it can kind of absorb lots of flavors. I'm gonna got a little twist today. Super low in fat, also high in selenium. So we're just gonna cut the bag open like that. But I love this. I mean, I could eat a whole pound by myself, but I'm gonna make this for not just me. We've got 2 pounds here. So you can, depending on what kind of, if you want them a little bit more crispy or not, you could certainly drain the water a little bit. I'm not too worried about that personally, so I'm not going to drain it today. I'm going to season this a little bit with some iodized salts, as we do with a lot of things. I'm going to kind of mix this around. Tongs are really effective if you're going to individually kind of flip them, and they just work really well. I think it just works just as well as skewers. So again, if you want to keep these a little bit more crispy, and I'm going to use our red chili flake here. We're going to turn the burner on. So we're going to let that sit for a bit. I'm going to throw a little red chili flake in there. Red chili flake is great. It's been kind of shown to kind of kick your metabolism up a little bit as well, like a little spicy. Shrimp is awesome because you can kind of make it sweet or savory. One thing that I've also done in the past, you could use, we like to use the LMT salt. I'll mix the LMT, either orange salt or the chili lemon habanero or the mango chili with some soy sauce. And it really makes for a nice stir fry. You can combine the shrimp with some rice for a pre or post workout meal, or shrimp with some vegetables goes really well if you're really deep in a diet. The shrimp is really high in a mineral called selenium, which is also really important to supporting cardiovascular health. Not really found in too many foods, but it's definitely found in some seafood, so that's a health benefit there. And it's one of the few kind of meats that are really low in fat, but I think really high in flavor. So we're going to just throw the top on there, kind of let it sit for a bit. So you'll kind of see as these start to cook a little bit more, they start to change a little bit of color. And I've got some different juices in here from some other meats, so it's kind of absorbing those in, which is pretty cool. So if I wasn't cooking quite as many, I could flip these individually. And you can see they're starting to get a little bit more pink and white. Great for a stir fry, great by itself. So you can kind of see the color is going to start to be a little bit different as they get further and further along the cooking process. One thing, a little kind of just personal preference and tip. So a lot of times I'll use avocado oil. At a little higher smoke point. In terms of the shrimp, since it is a little bit leaner, one thing I like to do a lot is also utilize some coconut oil. And this is a good general practice for seafood. I kind of feel like the coconut oil kind of provides a little bit of even kind of tropical feel, tropical flavor. And if you are kind of trying to increase your calories a little bit or increase your muscle size, adding a little bit extra coconut oil, in addition to kind of making it a little bit more flavorful. If you're making more of a sweet or a kind of a tropical style dish, it can add a little bit of good calories there. So the coconut oil is a good option for seafood to cook if you want to add a little extra calories in there. So as you can see, these are starting to cook up a little bit more. And this is going to be kind of more of the complexion and color that it looks like when these guys start to be done. You can use skewers. You can get these on the grill. But, steaming them in the pan works just fine. The only problem I have with them is I eat all of them in one sitting. That's how good they are. So I can kind of start to flip these as these start to cook a little bit more. So tongs are a great tool when you're dealing with shrimp. If you prefer doing a skewer, if you're on a grill, that can be fine as well. These are already peeled and deveined. That is not always the case, so sometimes you might have to kind of peel them, kind of get the tails off, get the shell off them a little bit. And these are, again, really nice kind of portion, the nice size shrimp. So that is a consideration. We'll save you some prep time because these are already peeled and deveined. So these are just about done. I'm just going to let these sit for a little longer. You can see that went from that opaque color to like a pink and like white kind of color. So I'm going to let that sit for a little bit longer. And then the shrimp will be served. So don't sleep on shrimp. It's a great option for increasing your protein intake. Really, no matter what phase of the diet you're on, the shrimp can be kind of fit in your plan. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please like it, please subscribe. And until next time, stay strong, and we'll see you soon.